Okay, so here's an update video on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus. Let's go ahead and jump in. First things first, the reason I'm making an update video on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus is because many of you have requested that I make one, but I'm also making this video because the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 series is right around the corner, and I know that a lot of you are out there considering waiting for the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 series, while at the same time also considering picking up the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus that I have here. Now, I'm here to tell you that no matter which one you end up picking, you will guarantee a fantastic user experience. So let's go ahead and talk about the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus here. My experience with it has been amazing since day one. It's as if it just has gotten better over time, right? Which it definitely has, given the software updates, security updates, and all that good stuff. But let's go ahead and narrow that down to some specifics, right? So the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus, just like it was the case with the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 Plus, is known or is well loved because of the gigantic display that supports 120 Hz refresh rate, and of course, most importantly, an OLED display. And to be specific, Samsung calls it a Super AMOLED display. Inky red, inky black, fantastic for movie watching, fantastic for game playing, and even just reading. It's a top-notch display. And so many people are happy that, in the next series, the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9, the regular Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 is going to also be supporting a Super AMOLED display. Unlike the Galaxy Tab S8, this is mine here, that simply has a regular, TFT or IPS display. So user experience watching movies with that aspect ratio, that wide screen, and those inky blacks, watching movies here is really, really good. Image quality is so sharp here, and I don't even know why I'm trying to sell you over an OLED. OLED displays are top notch. It's loved by actually, let me say almost everyone, because I've seen in some of the comments, some people are not fans of the fact that the Tab S9 will be coming or will be boasting an OLED display. There are people who prefer that the display not be OLED, but either way, so what we have here, the PPI density here, I believe is 265 or 266. The resolution is 2800 by 1750, right? So 1750 by 2800. So I should imagine it does support 120 Hz refresh rate, as I mentioned earlier. It also does support HDR10 plus. And to cut it short, for the past year and a half, my user experience, specific to the display here, has been top notch, unmatched, right? And my wife has been the same. She absolutely loves this, right? So my unit here is the base unit with 128 gigs of internal storage that is upgraded by up to 1 terabyte using a micro SD card. It's good to see that Samsung, was doing that with the previous tablet. I'm hoping that they'll be able to do that with the next series. The display size is very attractive to a lot, especially when it comes down to entertainment and watching movies and playing games and all that good stuff. All right, let's go ahead and talk more specs here, specifically the platform here. What you have is a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. Of course, when it dropped, it had Android 12 loaded in there. Currently, mine is running Android 13 along with One UI 5.1, which is super smooth, which is one of the reasons I said earlier that it's actually a better tablet than it was back when it first dropped. So, my user experience has been fantastic when it comes down to just performance. This guy's loaded with additional 8 gigs of RAM along with that Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. Definitely makes for just a top level performance. Obviously, the next one that's going to be dropping is going to be even more powerful, but so far this is as powerful as you can get right now on the Samsung Galaxy tablet. Computing power on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus here will be similar to what you have on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8, the regular one, although this one is a larger device, so obviously the internals plays slightly differently because you have bit more space. Multitasking is one of the things that Samsung is #1 at, right? So you're able to multitask whether you're doing it in regular tablet mode or if you want to go ahead and make the use of Samsung DeX. I have not experienced not a single crash with any of my Samsung flagship tablets. That include, of course, the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus here, right? So when it comes down to performance, it is top notch. If you are a content creator, you can actually use this to create content because it's big enough for you to be able to use that to edit, and it's powerful enough to be able to go ahead and render videos at pretty high speed when compared to other tablets. It's very, very good. The battery has been good also, right? It's been really good. I haven't noticed it go down. It could be just I'm not sure. Again, this is that part of the review that, where I always say it's subjective, right? So battery life is going to depend on how you use your tablet, what types of applications you use, video, whatever you do on your tablet will dictate, how long the battery is. But I can tell you that the battery on it is, 10,090 milliamp. That's a very large battery, and it does last the entire day. On top of that, it does support fast charge at up to 45 watts. So you're able to charge this at up to 45 watts. So even if your battery or the tablet dies, you can quickly get that back up to 100%. You do have some pretty decent cameras on this tablet here, especially for a tablet, right? So you have a 13 and a 6 megapixel camera. That'll be what forms that main camera on the back there. It takes decent pictures for a tablet, and it does scan documents very well. On the front of the camera, of course, you do have that auto framing feature here with that 12 megapixel ultra wide camera on the front there, so people could be moving and the camera is just going to adjust to make sure that everyone is on frame when video calling and things like that. And in my experience in the past year and a half, that front facing camera has been fantastic for video calls. Have never had any issues with it. Now, it wouldn't be a review of a tablet, of a flagship tablet, if we didn't talk about the Samsung S Pen. Of course, what you have here is the current most advanced S Pen that Samsung has for its tablet. Of course, latency is really, really low on here, meaning as soon as you start writing this, it feels as if the ink is right at the top there and it's coming out. So the latency is almost not visible to the naked eye. It's still there because obviously it's technology and it's not real, but it's very, very, very low. Everyone who uses this pen just loves it, especially because it has a very natural feel to the hand, right? Soft touch there. It's plastic, right? So it has a very soft touch, kind of staunch reminder of what a regular pen would feel like. So I have nothing but good things to say about it. And this is, without going into the details of all of the special features that Samsung has loaded in this pen. It's very hard for me to complain about Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus here. It has nothing but good things, right? Obviously we can compare it to other tablets and say, hey, it doesn't have this, or we can compare it to, let's say, the most obvious one, the iPad Pro, for example. We can say, hey, it doesn't have as much raw power as the iPad does, right? But at the same time, you can also say, hey, the iPad doesn't have as much flexibility as what you have on the Galaxy tablet, that enables you to turn your tablet into a laptop, right? Be able to do so many different things, that the iPad Pro wouldn't allow you to do. So we can definitely go that route. In fact, I believe I made a versus video between both, so make sure that you go ahead and watch that. But anyway, so my take on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus after a year and a half is that it pretty much has everything. It's a large tablet, top level performance, top level displays, top level battery. It has it all, right? So if you currently are in the market for one like this, make sure that you go ahead and grab one if you actually need one right away. If you can wait, obviously you should go ahead and wait for the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9. I'm hoping that this was informative. This was just my take after using the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus for about a year and a half. I should say after myself and my wife, we used the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus after about a year and a half. Let me know what any questions you may have in the comment section. I'm going to catch you in the comment section like I always do. Make sure to share. It's very important that you share this video with other people who may be interested. And make sure to like, of course, and like I mentioned, make sure to subscribe. I'm going to catch you in the comment section like I always do. I'm also going to catch you in the next video. And up until that next video, of course, as always, stay safe out there.